Hello, LJ.
Oh, hello. There we go. I always forget to turn off my um, mute.
I
uh,
think I have accepted all the invites. There were like 1,000.
yes. Yes, I sent it. And there may be some updates on some of them. So
Okay.
let's see. We'll wait for Daniel to jump on. But I did find the quotes that I wanted to get work with y'all on today. So like that way y'all can see what I need to do. Plus, I have another large project that I need to go ahead and get started on quotes for.
Nice.
Yes, these quotes are one is for 10 parts and the other one is for about maybe 100 parts or 200 parts. I'm not sure. We'll see. I say, come on. Let me reach out to Daniel. So there we go. And I believe I am recording. Okay. All right. Y'all had any questions or anything from the earlier training part?
Um, do you said that next week you're gonna start doing quotes ourselves, right?
Yes. You'll start
Or
working.
this week?
No, maybe this week, just depending on um, how you feel. But yes, you're
Okay.
gonna. So make sure that you're both that you're opened up in the training database for right now.
Mhm. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it's working. Okay. No problem.
Okay.
I just think I just learn better when I am like playing.
Right, and that's why I want y'all to be in the training database so that way y'all can be entering along with me as I'm entering it in on the regular database, and that way you can kind of get used to where you need to go.
Well, okay. So we just do it at the same time as you.
Yes.
But in the training database, is the same has the same information as the one you're using.
Yes, because these are all going to be new parts
Oh, okay.
that it's for the ones that we're entering, these are all going to be new parts. So there was really nothing for you to now, the ones that are gonna be parts that based on previous, they should be in there. It's just anything that's between, March 29th through now is not in there, so it may come across as new to y'all if it's something that was been in this between March and now, but a lot of the stuff that we have, that I'm looking at is already been in the system, so it'll be in there before then. Alright then, so I'm gonna send y'all this email, okay? And I'm going to share my screen. Okay, so I just sent this email to you guys, and this email is from Lisa. She's with SPX, and she's asking me to quote her this label. So I'm going to go ahead and get my mouse to cooperate. I am going to go ahead and save this zip folder in our zip folder. And again, because I get so many zip folders, I went ahead and saved the actual folder to my quick access toolbar. But in case you don't, it would be under the MSI emails V drive, and that can be found under right here under MSI emails V drive. We'll scroll through that down until you find the zip folder, which is right here. So again, that's under MSI emails V drive. Scroll down until you get to zip. And once you do, double click on that to open. And then you're gonna, excuse me, and then you're going to just save it as it's labeled, save. And then we're also going to go ahead and save this one as well too, which is the PDF. So when you click on the drop down arrow, you're going to click on that, hit save as. And again, you'll find this one under MSI emails. Just click on that again. You'll find, go scroll down till you get to PDF. But because we want to save it in the 2005 PDF folder, we're going to click into PDF. And we're going to look for the folders, which since it's not showing up automatically to the top, I'm going to click on the type of file it is. Okay. Usually, okay, so it's going to take forever. So never mind. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and scroll down until I can get to the folders. And there we go. Where is my 2005 folder? Okay. All right, so it should be in the V drive under PDF and then PDF 2005, but it's for some reason it's not showing right away because there's just so many so many files in here that it's taking it much longer to generate. So I'm just going to go to my quick access toolbar and click on it there. Now that it shows PDF 2025 on there, my file name is in the file name field. I'm going to go ahead and hit save. And that's the reason why you want to save. As soon as you get to that folder, save it to your quick access toolbar so that way it's easier to get to every time. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and open this up so I can view it because I want to see what this part is. And this looks like a part that I've already quoted before, or at least similar to it, but maybe some change, maybe difference. So I want to make sure that I have all the information I need based on the quote checklist that Johnny sent y'all. Y'all remember having that? Do you
Yes,
have your,
yes, I remember it.
okay, good. If you do, do you have it open? Because I want to make sure that we go by it and everything. Let me see if I can find
Open
my,
right now.
let me see if I can find mine real quick. Only this would make it easier. There we go. Excellent. Nope. Can't have it too wide open. All right, so on our checklist, we have, is material clearly called out? Base material, adhesive, laminate. All right, so here, there's going to be several areas where they usually put this information. And it's usually in the notes section. So what we're looking for is base material, adhesive, and laminate. So here, like, if it's called out material, it does have a section for material. It states polyester, auto type, Autotex XC label with 3M 9472 adhesive. So it does call out specifically what the materials are, so that's good. And for me, because we checked it, I'm gonna put a small check mark there. The next thing that we're looking for is overall dimensions provided. Okay, so it is telling us it's 13.38. Overall size is 18.21, so those are good dimensions there. It's telling us that the dimension of the circle, or the diameter of the circle, which is good. It's also giving us the radius corner, which is good as well. Also, there's another radius area, so it's giving us that, as well as what the center of the large circle is compared to the drop here at this corner knot. It looks like it has a corner notch, so it's giving us that information, and it's telling us about this corner notch from detail A. You go, as you see here, here's detail A. And it's giving you all the dimensions for that area as well. So that's good. So we have, so point number 2 is checked off as well. That's good. Now it's telling us colors are defined. Okay. Doesn't look, I don't see any colors. I can't tell if it's asking us to print anything. So here it says all text to be solid process black. Yellow color is PMS 12123C or equivalent. And label stock must be silver colored. But I don't see any drawing on here, any text or anything like that. So I need to go to the zip file that I saved earlier and look at that, see what's in that zip folder. So I'm going to go ahead and double click it and hit open. Here's the artwork for that. Okay, so this is what the artwork looks like. Oh, for this.
So it's just the eye symbol?
It looks like it, so that's what it does. It looks just like it's just trying to open all the way. Yes, so it looks like there's just an eye and a circle printed in the middle. And it looks like that it has a black border around it as well too. So I want to see what this rest of this document states. Oh, and here's the colors as it mentioned earlier here. Label all text to be solid process black, which is the eye. Yellow color, which I don't see any other yellow color on there. And label stock must be silver colored. So it does list all the information that we need. Well, that's good.
Except for the yellow.
Yes, except for the yellow. So I want to make sure that, okay, yeah, refer to 70642.ai for graphics image, which is this one. Okay, so that's correct. So so this drawing and the artwork that we received meet the first 3 requirements. Sorry, it took me a while to remember that word. So it has those. So we're good on that. So now it's asking for quantities. So what we're going to go back and look at. She does list quantities of 500, 1,000, and 1,500. Okay, so good. So that meets 4. And because it doesn't look like this is requesting variable data, we're not going to need to get that on there. So this is only usually if they're asking for like barcodes or serial numbers or stuff like that. So, but this is not asking for that information to have that printed on there. So we're good to go to enter this quote. So I am going to go ahead and go to open up my estimate screen. I'm going to go ahead and hit add. Now, sorry, let's backtrack real quick. Before I go and add this part in there, I want to make sure that we haven't already ran this part. So I'm going to check under estimates and I'm going to check under orders, because sometimes, like I said, we have so many customers that some of our customers have other manufacturers creating their parts for them. So that contract manufacturer will reach out to us and say, hey, I'm working with so-and-so at this company. I need us to order these labels from you. Can you provide us? And we've already done that label for the original manufacturer. So now their contract manufacturer is coming to us for that same label to put on that part for that customer, the original customer. So I want to make sure, and as you can see here, yes, it looks like that part has come up before under a different customer, 2 different customers, Creation Technologies and Flextronics and Carmana Technologies. Okay, so what I
Actually,
need
one
to,
question.
yes,
Sorry.
no, go ahead.
In the training database, the columns are lost, the ones we made.
Uh-huh.
So how did you look the part number again?
Oh, so on the part number, I just went over to description.
Okay. Oh, okay. And you look, okay, you just click on it. Okay.
Yeah, I just clicked on it and it comes up. So you just click on the description, the column header,
Mhm.
and then just paste it into the field and hit search.
And the number, what do you look, the 70642?
Yes, I just looked at the first part of the number. Because again, as you could, because looking at this document here, over here on the far right hand side in this title block area, you see the drawing number. They have it as 70642, and then the revision of this drawing is Rev A.
Yes.
So I
Yeah.
always want to go by at least this part number, the drawing number, part number.
Okay, on the training database, I was able to find it also the same results than you.
Good. Yeah, because it looks like, so going back to where my screen is. Yes, as you can see, it looks like we've been producing this for a long time. And the original manufacturer was Carmana. And you can see here in my information under customer name, yes, Carmana was the original manufacturer, and they originally started working with us in 2013 to produce this part. So basically, because there has been, we have produced this part before, which is good. The quote, I want to go to the latest quote. And as you can see, the latest quote we did was back in 2024 for their contract manufacturer Creation Technologies. So that means we probably produced it recently. So I want to go and see if I can find the latest job for it. So I'm going to go and click on my all jobs screen. And I'm going to still take that same part number and I'm going to go up to description. And I'm going to click on that. And I'm going to add that same part number to it. And I want to search to see what the latest job was as well. And voila, we see a lot of orders have been placed for this part number. Okay, so as you can see, the last job that we did for this was an extra stock shipment. So that means we have stock in place. So I want to go and look to see how much stock we have of that in our inventory. So on code, once I open it up, and if you haven't already opened it, then it should be on the main ENT screen under finished goods, and you can click on there and that screen should pop up.
Okay, I am on there.
Okay, and then once it pops up, click on code and then that way the search box opens up and then you can paste in the part number and hit search. And it shows that we have parts in the system. It says we have 16,000. Well, in the current database, it shows we have 1,675 pieces in stock. Just to check to see if those are what year those were made, I'm going to click on the 3 dots. There we go. And as you can see, it's telling me we have 2 lines. The first one is when we originally created the parts. This is the temporary entry line that we created. And then it has when they actually got the parts completed and they actually placed them on the shelf, it gets a shelf location number, which in this case is 7C07-EXT for extra stock. So when you go through your shadowing with finished goods on Thursday, they should show you that they have 2 different sections of inventory. One is for finished goods, and these are all the parts that we have on blanket orders that the customer has placed in large quantities to gain better pricing. These are also for parts. When the customer does that, it's for parts that normally they use throughout the year on a consistent basis. And they have us ship them within 2 business days once they place the release for it. And then the other section is our extra stocks inventory. And this is for inventory that we see that the customer will place an order for consistently, but they don't place a blanket order for it because they only place what they call a discretion order, which is only placed at the time that they need it. So in this case, for this part here, they only need to order it, as you can see, like see, the last one was in November of last year. So then they placed another order for April of this year for delivery. So maybe about 6 months apart. So they don't need to place a large order for it. They're only placing orders for it like every 6 months. So going back here. So when you see that location code has .ext, that means it's extra stock and we just have it. We produced a large order of it because it was more efficient for us. We put it on the back stock. So when the customer places an order for it, we can just pull and ship it and not worry about the long lead time, even though but a lot of the times the customer is not aware that we have this extra stock. So we use it to our advantage. So if a customer is saying, hey, we need to rush an order, then we can rush an order for them. They just don't know that we have this extra stock on there and they don't have, and depending on the partnership that we have with our customer, we can charge them an expedite fee, or we can just waive the expedite fee based on the fact that we have this extra stock, and we can just pull it from the shelf and ship it within the allotted time the customer needs it. Sometimes it works, it doesn't work to our advantage sometimes because we may only have this 1,675, and that will help us for a little bit, but the customer sometimes would say, no, I need 2,000. And so we'll still have to run an order for 2,000. And the customer say, no, I want to wait for the full amount. Then we have to wait for the full amount. Okay, so lucky enough, we have some in stock. So if the customer needs to, once we submit the quote to them, they may want to turn around and get the order submitted. I'm going to close this out. And because we do have an extra stock shipment, this is where it's going to get a little tricky. And we've had the previous quote was done back in February of 2024, and it looks like we lost it. Let's see. Usually when we lose it, we always try to put a reason why. So I'm going to go back and look to see when this quote was last used. 162698-6-5. And this is the reason why I have the estimate number in here in the columns of all jobs. So I can go back and see. Okay. So looking at this, we didn't use the most recent estimate. We used the previous one, which was this one right here. So I'm going to look to see what that quote was. Quotation. And then here, there we go. Okay. They ordered 2,000. This for 7. So it looks like, so 2,000 for 72 cents. Or 0.7250 to be exact. And then once we're going to do is now we're going to go look at the the -5 quote. Okay, and for that as well, so nothing really changed in regards to the pricing for that. As you can see, 2,000 is still 0.7250. So when they reviewed it at that time, everything, the materials, the production of it still had the same price from 2024 to 2025. We just didn't update our estimate when producing it. So in this latest one, I also want to, so I can go to this latest one, and I'm going to go ahead and hit revise. And the reason I'm going to revise the quote from the latest estimate is because that's the one that we've been using. We haven't been using it, but it is more recent than the latest production job. As you can see here, the last production job we had for this part was in August 2023. So when you're going to quote something, you're going to either quote it from the most recent job or from the most recent quote, depending on which date is more current. And in this case, it would be the estimate because that was from 2024. Okay, so when you hit revise, it's going to come up with this screen. Everything on here, do not touch it, just leave it as it is and hit proceed. It will take some time. Okay, and then the new screen will pop up. So I just want to make sure that I get my drawing up just so I can see it as well. So I do want to make sure that I'm using the correct rev. And as you can see, so my part number and my revision stay the same. So in my detail area, I do want to show that because this was produced by this customer here, Creation Technologies, this is their part number for that particular part. So I'm going to go ahead and take that out of there. It shows that the 2021 price increase was included. I'll leave that out because that's from 2021. And then it shows here that Camellia had put it when she put in the last production order for it, she put in for an extra 8,000 pieces to be submitted to be processed or to be produced with this order. So that's the reason why we have this extra stock in here. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and take that out as well. Going back to the original email from the customer, she just says that this is just so there's no special instructions or anything in regards to this, so I don't have to add anything to that. As regards to customer RFQ, she doesn't have a specific RFQ number. She just has that in the subject line. So this here portion is for the other customer, Creation Technologies. So I'm going to go ahead and take that out of there. I am going to select in our estimate type that it's going to be a rerun job. That means we've produced this job so many times that it's just a repeat, basically. Since we're not making any changes to the revision or materials or anything. On the estimate status, as you can see, because I hit revised, it automatically marks on here as a revised. It marks it R for revised. I want to change this to pending. So that way we know that it needs to go to estimating and it's going to be pending in their inbox until they can proceed with it and make it an active quote. For the reason code, it shows that the quote was expired. So we're just going to take that out of there. We're going to take leave Angus there. The only person that we're going to change here is from Veronica to me because I'm the customer service rep for SPX. Always make sure that your plant ID is MSI or MSD, whichever it pertains to. In this case, it's going to be MSI. And now the customer account, we're going to change that because it's not going to be Creation Tech. It's actually going to be SPX is who we're going to be sending the quote to. So you're going to click on the 3 dots. If you know your customer's number, this is why I always say to try to remember them. You can type that here and put 5657, which is what SPX is, and it comes up. If you don't, going back to them, you can put in under customer name, the first 3 letters, I put SPX to see, and it should come up. And then you can select it from there. It will come up with this and it's going to ask if it should update the markups for this new customer on this existing component. You can say yes. It's going to clear out the contact name. So we need to make sure that we go and pick the customer who we need to have the quote sent to. So click on the 3 dots. And we do have two contacts in this customer. And we're going to select Lisa because this is her quote request. Going back to the original email, you see her name on here. So we'll select her, hit select, it adds her. And then now we're going to go into this line, hit edit to make sure that those quantities that we need for her are in here. Okay. So she's asking for 500, 1,000, and 1,500. So it looks like we already have 500 and 1,000. We just need to add 1,500. So this is something that you'll see when you're working with Camellia. So if she was when she had entered the order for the original order and 8,000 extra pieces, she used the 5,000 piece price and just changed the quantity to 8,250. So, and the reason I know that is because going to, where's the estimate screen? Where's my estimate screen? Oh, actually, I'll have to go back to this one. I'll change this to estimates because I'm using the other one. On the previous one, when you hit view, quotation again, this one doesn't have it. So the previous one does not have that same one either. Okay. So maybe there wasn't a 5,000 price. Let me look. Okay. So there actually is a price for 8,250. So I was mistaken. Sorry. Usually so when you get to working with Camellia, you'll see that she will order, depending again on the part, will order more than what is needed for the order in order for us to fill up our inventory, our stock, so we can have it on hand for stuff that are continually ordered. In this case, for this SPX part, she did that. And but she got a price for the extra amount so we can actually see how much it's going to cost us. But for the quote request that we're doing for this customer, we're not going to need that. So we'll go ahead and delete that from there. It's highlighted and you hit delete. Because what we're going to have to do is go and add a line for 1,500, which is based on the email the customer requested. Yes, 500, 1,000, and 1,500. We'll go ahead and leave the 2,000 and the 250 price, just so that way the customer has reference as well on those. So we type it in. We are going to go ahead and remove the part number from the other contract manufacturer. And we're going to go ahead and hit save. We're going to go ahead and hit save again. Okay. And then here, oh, there it goes. So after I hit save, it created the new estimate number, which in this case is 162698-6-6. Okay. All right. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to make sure that we're going to save. I'm not going to save that because I guess I put a check mark on it. So I'm going to hit cancel out of that. But we did save it to the PDF drive, which is good. So now, in order for estimating to do their part, we're going to hit forward on this email. And y'all can go ahead and do the same thing, except you're not going to send it to estimating. You're going to send it to me, but you're going to send it like you're going to write it up like you're sending it to estimating. Okay. And because this is it's a label, we're going to just send it to estimating inbox. I am going to copy Eddie since he's the sales rep on it. I am going to put Q : open parenthesis, and I want to put the new quote number, which is this one right here, 162698-6-6, close parenthesis. And I want to move this information up here. So I'm going to copy it. But hello team, please provide quote. Hello. Put that down in there. Okay. I have, as you can see, I have the 2 documents that they submitted to me. I have those still in the email as well. Okay. And so the email that y'all should be creating, instead of having estimating index, you're going to have it addressed to me, but you're still going to set up this line here like it is. It's still going to be Q colon, open parenthesis, the quote number, and then close parenthesis. And then still write like this little message right there to the estimating team. And then once you're done, go ahead and forward that to me. And I'm going to go ahead and send this off to estimating. I'm going to copy y'all in so y'all can see it as well. Okay. All right, there it goes. So now that that's in, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to tag it that I sent it to estimating. And I'm going to close that out. Yes. Okay.
Nice. I got lost like almost like halfway.
Oh, that's okay. We're going to go on through another one.
You opened like 1,000 new screens that I haven't.
Yes. So
So-
for this next one, go ahead and make sure that you have at least 2 screens open, all jobs and estimates.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I got
also got
them.
lost. I clicked exit at some point when I was trying to do the estimate already,
Okay.
and I'm trying to start over. Sorry.
No, that's okay. And we're going through them. So as soon as like this one, don't worry about, this is like walking you through this because I have more. I have a lot more.
Um,
So, so
yeah,
I will go a little bit
on that
slower on the
note,
next ones.
since I got lost when I was trying just to backtrack, what should I click to go back instead of closing? I completely exited an ENT.
Oh, you close out the whole ENT? Okay. So I would just, I guess because it's hard to just go back because there's not an
Okay.
actual go back button.
Yeah.
Um, I'm trying to think.
For example, if I had entered, if I mistyped the red number or something, that I wanted just to go back to, well, because the search would give me nothing. So I wanted to just
Okay,
repopulate the entire field, the entire.
right. Okay, so yes, so like if you were searching and it came up with blank, then you would
Yeah.
just go, okay, so in this case, let's just say I'm just typing in whatever to get something to come up blank.
Mhm.
Okay, so like that.
Excellent. Yeah.
Okay, so you can just go here to the top, click on
Okay.
a different, and then go back to it.
Oh, okay. Okay. Right.
Okay, let me make sure that I still have my other screens open. There's that one. All right, so I'm trying to, there we go. At least put them in where I can at least get to them easier to hopefully.
Something else that happened to me that
Mm-hmm.
was what initially set me up was that I noticed that you had Angus on the previous job, previous estimate, sorry, and for me it has your name. It was my name and your name.
Oh, it's probably, hmm.
was it because I was from your estimate, but it wasn't created yet, so that was set me off.
Yes, that's probably what it was, is that you were in the actual estimate that I was working in. So that's why.
Oh,
Okay. All right then. Yeah, because so if it was showing you more information, then that was probably because it was me. So you were in the actual one that I was working on at the moment. And that's one of the things that's sometimes it'll give you a error message that somebody's already in this field. And if it'll warn you, hey, do you want to save your changes because somebody else is working in it? Because your changes will overwrite what that person is doing. Or if that person goes and saves it, they'll overwrite what you made changes to.
okay, so it is possible for two people to be working on the same node.
Yes.
I didn't get any warning like that.
Okay. So just to confirm, both of you, are y'all in the training database or are y'all in the regular ENT database?
Oh, I was an ENT.
Okay. Jay, what are you in?
In the training database.
Okay. Yeah. So Daniel, if you will go into the training database, you won't have that issue. So
Okay.
yeah, when you start doing actual jobs and everything, you'll start going through the ENT database, and I will walk you through the first few, so that way when you do them, it will be actually working in there, and we'll go through step by step of you placing the quote or the order.
Okay, okay.
This one you're walking through it with me and everything, so that way you can try to practice in the training database, and so that way when you hit save or anything like that, it won't actually overwrite anything that I'm doing in the main database.
Okay.
Okay. All right then. So, okay, I think I have where I can see all my emails. I'm trying to, not emails, but windows that I need. Okay, there. All righty. So now the next one, close that one. The next one that I want to look for is, so we got that one in. That's great. Now we're going to work on this next one, and I'm going to pull it up. I had printed these out when I wanted to work on these with you guys. So, okay. So I got this one. And Sharon is one of my buyers at Omnion. And so she wanted me to to requote the new rev for this. So I'm going to go ahead and copy that. And let me go ahead and just make sure that I sent this to you guys too, because I'm feeling that I don't think I did. So, okay. So I'm going to forward. Okay. Y'all let me know when y'all get it. Okay. There it goes. All righty. Have y'all received it?
No, I haven't received it yet.
Okay. Okay. Before we go back over there, back to that one, while we're waiting for that one to come through, one thing that I need to make sure that I did, and I didn't, and I don't think I
got it
did.
now.
Okay. that I don't think I did was go back to the estimate that I just entered in for that part number, the previous part number that we did,
Yes.
and make sure that all the images in there were correct. So I'm going to go ahead and type in the description to search it up. And there it is. Okay. So I'm going to look. So it is pending. I'm going to look at my estimate images. And I want to make sure that all the images that we got from the customer are the same as the images here. So the one part that we had, let me get back to that SPX one. Always, and is to double check your drawings and make sure that they're attached to the quote after you send it to them. Okay, so going back here it is. Okay, so they sent me 706 for RevTap label. That's their PDF, which is this part here. So I need to see what this drawing is here. Okay, so it is the same drawing, just labeled differently. Just double checking to make sure that their rev date here is the same as the one we have here, which is probably hard to see because it's so small on my end as well. So, all right, so it says Rev A initial release 5/15/2013, Brent S. So these match. All this information down here matches with this. Okay, and down here in the notes, yes, all this. So it looks like all of our, it's just a differently saved file. So that looks good. So, all right. And so it says artwork. I know in this zip folder that we had earlier open, it has on here artwork for 70642 AI, which is listed here. So we're going to go ahead and open that just to double check. Okay. So this artwork was created May 17, 2013. That's from the zip folder. We're going to check this one out, hit view. Oh, sorry. Okay, so this one here is the one that I opened up from that's already in there. Sorry. And then this is this one that's from the zip folder. And as you can see, these are exactly the same as well too. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and close these out. Those drawings are in there and everything should be fine. So we're good. So now we're just going to wait for that to get quoted. So Daniel, you said that you got the email. Jay, did you get the other one as well?
Yes, I got it.
Okay, good. All right. So now I want to go ahead and once you open it, so she said that this says it's a new rev. So one, I'm going to go ahead and get a copy and paste this part number. I'm going to check in estimates. I am going to check in all jobs under job description. And I'm going to check in if we have any extra stock for this as well. It looks like we didn't have produced extras, so that's good. Because if we're going to, she says a new rev is coming, so rev 2. It looks like we've quoted rev 1 and produced rev 1 this year. So for Omnion, if it's a new part or we're changing revs, we're going to do an FAI on this as well too. So okay. So if you're in the training database, if anything, this part number does not come up. Is that correct? Can y'all tell me if y'all found it in the training database?
Just a moment.
Okay, no, that's fine.
I'm not seeing it now.
I haven't looked for it. My keyboard is, I don't know why it's not working, so I'm reconnecting it just a second.
Okay. So Daniel, it didn't come up on your screen.
No.
Okay. And
I'm
that should,
double checking.
okay. And that's correct. If it's not popping up on in your training database, it's because again, the training
Was
database
after the
is
date.
right.
Okay.
And as you can see, this was done after the March date that it was last backed up. And so that's why you're not seeing it in here in your training database. So
Okay.
that's going to be a good thing because you're going to enter it on the training database as a brand new part.
Okay.
All right. And I'm going to walk you through it.
Thank you. Would that be an add job?
No. So you should be in the estimates screen. So does your does it show estimates?
Yes, I'm in estimates.
Okay, then yes, you'll do add over here,
Okay.
which, okay, yeah, I see now where you're getting the add job. It says that when you put on there, but yes. So click on that.
Okay.
Okay. And then
I am following now. My keyboard is working again.
okay, no,
Before
that's
you.
great. No, that's good. Okay, and so now that you're there, and go ahead and do the same, Jay, because even though we are both in this training database, it's going to save us 2 different quote numbers in there.
Mm-hmm.
Got it.
All right, then. Okay. Let me get there. Okay, so I want you to take the, oh, Melon, make sure you have the, open up the file so you can look at the file. And go ahead and open up the PDF.
Mm-hmm.
So when you open up the PDF, what do you see?
Quotation number. Is that the one? The one with the quotation number 221476-1?
No. Go into the zip folder
Oh, okay.
and look for the PDF for the drawing for the part number. Mhm. Okay, so on this drawing here that the customer provided, does it meet all the requirements of that checklist that estimating or that Johnny provided y'all? Does it meet all these requirements?
I think it has colors, dimensions,
Okay.
and
Does it call out the materials or anything? Oh, if I can find it, there it goes.
Yes, it
yeah,
says material overlay 10 mil polycarbonate, something, something.
yeah, I
Yes.
think so.
Okay. Yeah, so this is where you will see your materials. It's under
So
note
it's
number
2.
number 2. Yes.
Okay.
So good. So we have where's that email again? So we have dimensions, overall dimensions, colors are defined. So we have the 3 out of the 4 requirements for this quote. Okay, it's just good. Another one of the things that just I'll point out is that on Friday when Patrick discussed UL,
Mm-hmm.
so here in note 3, it says UL recognized component directory. So
Mm-hmm.
some engineers or companies will place that information there about it being that it needs to be UL recognized materials.
Okay.
Also, if you notice in note 5, it states specifically what the type of font should be used for the text,
Mm-hmm.
and also provides information in regards to the colors. So if they don't know what the colors are here, like this, then they'll note it here. They should have a note about it in their notes.
Question, Andre. So which UL then, or that is another job to state like the 3 ULs, like we were told on Friday, the
Right.
PJJ, no sé qué.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
so no, this one doesn't show that on here. So for this company, Omnion Power, they usually will put on here if it needs to be PGDQ2
Mm-hmm.
or any of that. They're really good about that. Um,
Mm-hmm.
in this matter right here, because it's just saying UL recognized component, what is meaning is that they just want us to produce this part, but it just needs to be on UL recognized materials. And so that would be something for estimating to determine based on the directory of materials that we have approved by, or material constructions that are approved by UL. So based on, as you can see here in this top part material wise, it has material overlay 10 mil polycarbonate velvet matte adhesive and laminating. And as you see here, UL recognized component marking and labeling systems. And here's your PGDQ2 right there. That's where it would be
Oh,
at.
but that doesn't change anything for us, right? It's only for estimating.
Correct. That's only for estimating. The only times that we'll have anything that'll change for us is if we know that the customer is going to be having serial numbers added to this and those serial numbers will be coming from UL. Or if it's going to have the UL, as Patrick showed you, the UL logo or the CSA logo. But as you can see on this label right here, it's not requiring any of that.
Okay.
So we don't need to do nothing further in regards to UL on this quote here for this part. It would only be estimating's job to configure what materials we need to use that are compliant with UL, um, that are recognized by UL. So, okay, so now now that we know that we have 3 of the 4 requirements for this quote, we just need to check on the email that the customer sent to see if she provided us with any quantities. So let's go ahead and go back to the email. And did she provide us any quantities?
Mm, the- No, she didn't.
Okay, so usually on those, because like that I will go ahead and email them back sometimes. So let me see if I sent her the email, which I know I thought I did. Yes, I did. Okay, so I sent her an email saying, sure, what quantities you need. Yes, so I asked her, do I need quantities higher than the previous quote? The highest quantity listed on the previous quote, which is the PDF that she sent you, that you were looking at earlier. I think this, yeah, this one. As you can see, the highest we went was 250. So I wanted to know, because she's saying she wants mass production quantities. I don't know what they plan to produce on their end using this label. So that's why I asked her. And she came back and told me, there it is. Same quantities for sample and production quote of higher quantities, 250 and 500. So really, I'm just going to only get a quote at, I'm going to only add 500 quantity to this. Okay, but for you guys, you're going to, because we're in the training database, you're creating it as a new quote. So, okay. So you're going to go to the original, go to the drawing. And you're going to select your pan and you're going to move this up until you can get to this right here.
Mhm.
And then go back and change it to select. And then so get to the part number.
Yeah.
And you're going to click on it.
Okay.
And you're going to right click to copy.
Mhm.
And then you're going to go ahead and paste it into the document there, into the estimate field where it says job description.
Okay.
Okay. And you do see on here, it says Rev 1, which, hold one moment. She did say Rev 2 on here, right? Rev 2. Please help me to requote the new Rev.
I'm back.
Okay. All right, so. All right, so we're going to continue on because you're in the training database. We're going to just continue on there. So, all right, then. So you have the part number. Let me get this back open up real quick so I can see. All right. Okay, so you're in the estimate. You've added the part number. Now you're going to make sure that you're going to add the rev in there. Always make sure if there's a rev listed, list the rev. Come on, get out of there. Okay, there we go. So it says Rev 1. So we're going to put on here after the part number, REV 1.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I closed that, so I'm lost again.
Okay, so
Was it on all jobs or no? I had to be on
estimates.
estimates,
Yes.
and then I had to click add job.
Yes.
Okay, now I'm back with there. Okay.
Okay.
Job description.
Yes. So yeah, just click on the part number once, right
Press one.
click
Okay.
and copy. So when you click on it once, it should highlight it and then right click on it to do copy.
Okay.
And then you should be able to go into the job description field and hit Control V to paste it.
Yeah.
Okay. And then type in there the rev, REV 1. Okay. And so are we all at this this part right here?
Yes.
Yes.
Well,
Okay. All right then. And so then you're going to go to estimate type. And you are going to select new job. And then go to estimate status and see how it says A. A is for active. It is not active at this moment because they haven't given us any pricing yet. So we're going to change this. So we're going to change it to pending. Okay. If it comes up where it's listed as you as the estimator, that's fine. Just leave it as it is. Just make sure you are listed there as a CSR.
Okay.
And because this is going to be a label, make sure it says in the plan ID, it says MSI.
Okay.
All right. Now this customer, go ahead.
I'll leave my name in the CSR.
Huh?
Do I leave my name in the CSR?
Yes, go ahead and leave your name as a CSR. That way I know you're, that's the one that you worked on and I can look at that one.
Okay.
It's kind of like signing your name on the top of your worksheet.
Okay.
Okay. And so, now that as long as your information all up here looks the same, we'll move down to the next section. All right, so we know that this is for customer Omnion Power. We also know that the email that was sent to us was from Sharon Garcia. So we're going to go to the customer account. And again, if you know your customer account number, you can click on here, put it in to get to it real quick, and it'll pop up. There it is. If not, you can always go click on that here, go to customer name, hit Omnion, hit search, and it automatically comes up.
Is it 6 or 4, correct?
I'm sorry?
Is it account 644?
Yes, that is correct. And then go ahead and hit select. It will come up with this information. It's just telling you that on this account, they need our approvals for certain orders. And it's also telling our shipping department that for certain orders like new and reruns with change orders and all that, that we need to send an email to that customer. And then also here, it looks like Zach approved that we could change the terms from net 90 to net 120. So any kind of notes that are very particular for this customer in regards to placing an order, placing an estimate for shipping or for invoicing, we note that in this customer notes section, and I'll show you later on where that goes, where you can enter that information on. But in this case, for right now, we're just going to hit close after we read the info.
And we're going to hit a needs FAI req because the note said so.
Yes, but that's only when we're doing an order. Right now, we're doing an estimate, so that doesn't pertain. It won't pertain to this. Okay. So now we're going to go and select the contact name. And so click on the 3 dots here. When you click on the 3 dots, it should show the contact list for everybody in Omnion Power. Okay.
Sharon Garcia, right?
Yes. So go down and look for Sharon Garcia. You'll highlight her name and hit select, and then it should pick out her info. Okay. One thing that I do want to do is if you hit contact here, just to double check that her email address is the correct email address. So this company was bought out a couple years ago by Omnion Power. It was originally called ABB Power. So we needed to make sure that we update their emails to reflect the company name change. Okay. And that's a way that if in case you do go and select that person and you go and check and it's not updated, you can update it in the screen here. We're going to leave it as is, so we're going to cancel out. You have that. Okay. So before we go down to the next section of the components, as you can see, I want to go back to the top one. You can see on your estimate type, it's blank again. So go here to the drop down, and we're going to make sure that you have it as noted as new job. Okay. All right, so now we're going to go to the last section, which is components. And this is where you're going to hit add. It will come up as component type, sheet fed digital. You're going to hit OK. We're going to hit description. So it'll pull in that same part number, so you don't have to worry about retyping it, making an error on, misspelling it, or just hit description. It'll automatically pull it in for you. One thing that I like to do for when you're in the component, I will go to the drawing and see the title description area right here. I will copy that. I will highlight it and copy it. And I will paste it into the component description. There. Okay.
Okay.
Right. And so because Sharon provided the second email with her quantities, which would be the same quantities for sample and production quote of higher quantities of 250 and 500, we're going to basically go off the original and we're going to add those quantities in here. So as you can see, 5, 10, 25, 100, and 250. So over here in this bottom screen table here, you see a quantity of 1. So you're going to click in that, and it should allow you to get in there and delete that or change it to 5. And then hit enter. It's going to take you to the new line. Hit 10. Hit enter. It's going to take you to a new line. Type in 25. Hit enter. Type in 100. Hit enter. 250. Hit enter. And then 500. And then you can hit enter, but you're not going to enter in anything for the next one. Okay. And does our screen look similar? Does your screens look similar to mine?
No, I got lost in the previous step to this one. I entered label PPO state warning in description.
Mm-hmm.
And then you went to, I missed that. What did you click to get to the exact screen that you're on?
Okay, so you actually so this screen here, so you went back further. You went to the top, to the other one. So hold on, let me save this real quick. Okay, so you went here to put that in the detailed description. No, I was already in the component description.
Oh, okay.
So what you're going to do is, hold on, let me get out of this real quick. Okay, you're going to hit add.
Add, right, okay.
Mm-hmm. And it should be in component type. You're going to select sheet fed and digital. Hit OK.
Digital, okay. Description, the same, the number, the part number, and then rep 1. And then...
Correct. So if you click on description, it should show up. Yes. And then for the other portion,
I just copy the detailed description.
Mm-hmm. You're going to put it in there.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Okay.
I am already there, and then I go to add in under quantity, under 1.
Right. So you could just click on the 1.
Click on the 1. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Just click on the 1 and then hit change, type in 5 and it should, and then hit enter and then type in 10.
Okay. If
The next quantity was 25,
25. Okay.
then 100, then hit in
25,
type in 250, and type 500.
500. Okay.
And when you hit enter, after you type it in and hit enter, it should go to another line.
Yeah.
Okay. And so we all look the same?
Now, yeah. Now,
Okay.
look at this.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay then. All right. So then y'all will go ahead and hit save.
Okay. I don't need to worry about the fact that just the first one is selected.
No, you don't need to worry about that because this is just for estimating. If once
Okay.
you're going to place an order, then that's when you would make sure that you select the correct quantity that you want to place the order for.
Okay.
But for estimates, you don't have to worry about it being selected. Or if one is selected, you don't have to worry about that either. Okay, so go ahead and hit save.
Right.
Okay, and then again, you just want to make sure that everything on your screen matches mine. So we have the job description listed in the top part. We don't have anything listed in the detailed description because they didn't have any special notes or anything. We don't have an RFQ number because she didn't give me one. Or we are not using this for an open PO order. So that's going to be left blank. This is going to be a new part. So it's going to be estimate type is going to make sure that it shows an N for new job. We want to make sure that the estimate status shows P for pending. So that way it'll show up on the estimating dashboard for them to work on. Estimator is fine as if your name is in both, it's fine. As long as it shows in the CSR. For plant ID, make sure it says MSI because this is a label that we're producing. So it's going to go under the MSI division. Our customer account number is 644 for Omnion Power. And the contact is Sharon Garcia.
Yeah.
Okay. And for both of y'all, you're going to hit save. And write down when it hits save, it should show up on the estimating screen, an estimate number for y'all.
Yeah, I see it.
Okay, so each of you write down your estimate number because then you're going to go to create. So the email that I forward y'all, you're going to forward that back to me. Like you
LJ, sorry, can you repeat? I click save. How do I find it again? The everything that I created.
Oh, okay. So if it should automatically show in your, once you save it, it should show up on your estimate screen. But if it doesn't, you can always go and find it by that part number again. So if you can just copy the part number from the drawing, or if you want to type it, you can, but you can go here to description and click on that, type in your part number, and it came up, right?
Yes, and how do I know which one is Daniel's and which one is mine?
Okay, so on your screen, you should be able to see on when you go over, if you have it on your estimates, if you have the estimate creator, it should show you there. If not, you can open it up, hit edit, and you'll see it there.
I see. We are on estimator on this one.
Yes, and that's fine because I know that that's when it does that, it's because you're the one that's in there creating it. So, but that's okay. So make sure you have your quote number. And like I said, the email that I forward to you, you're going to forward that. Make sure it has the documents in there, the files that I sent you.
Sorry, LJ, which is the code number, the estimate number?
Yes.
Okay. So
Yes.
it's Q colon parentheses Q2 and the quote number.
Yes.
Okay.
And you'll forward those to me so that way I can go back and check them in the training database.
So we send you just a code number
So you'll
to respond
send,
to your email.
so you're going to forward the email that I forward to you. And in the subject line, you're going to put like you're going to do to estimating the Q colon, open parenthesis, the quote number, close parenthesis. Make sure it has the
Okay.
documents in there. And you're going to put in there a line saying, you know, like you're sending it to estimating, but you're going to send it to my email only.
What do I need to write? It is.
Please provide quote.
Yeah, please quote per the below or per the attached.
Q. Oh, I was with a mic off. Sorry.
No, that's fine. Yeah, put in whatever, you know, because once you start sending these to estimating, you're gonna, you know, you're gonna put it in the way you normally do it. But for right now, based on what I've been showing you, just put in there, say, please provide quote based on the attached or the below.
It's a semicolon, right? Like the point and the comma.
No, it's a colon.
Colon.
It's a colon. It should be 2 dots.
2 points.
Yes.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah. So basically, it's going to be something like this. Is what you're going to be sending.
There's no way for me to copy the estimated number, right? I have to write it down.
Yeah, you have to write it down. Unfortunately,
Okay.
believe me. Once you get started doing quotes for that have lots of numbers on it, a lot of dashes, that's when you're like, oh, I wish I could copy this.
Mm.
But right now, yours should only be like five or 6 digits.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
And we can double check this by copying and then searching in ENT.
Yes. Mhm.
Okay. Just to double check the estimate number that you write in the subject line.
Yes. Mhm.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna write it as I think I will write it, and you tell me if it's not correct.
Yes. No, that's fine. Just, yeah. Based on what I'm showing you, go ahead and do it that way. So that way, when you do send it to me, I can see and I can reply back and let you know.
It's sent.
Mm-hmm.
I copied myself to see, just to have a
No.
reference.
Oh, yeah. No, that's fine.
I'm gonna send it because I forgot about your email. What you wrote.
That's okay. Right. It hasn't come through yet, so. But so after I get those, after you send those, we'll be done for this morning's session so far. And then that way y'all can go ahead and go have some lunch. And then we'll come back at 1 o'clock. You are meeting with Marion. Since Gianni is out this week on vacation, he is over the screen printing department. And so Marion is going to go through and explain how screen printing works with us and everything. So,
Okay.
and then after that, I will see you back at 2 o'clock and we will go through some more quotes and estimates and stuff like that.
Okay, great.
Do you receive my email?
Let me check real quick. Yep, I have them. All right. Thanks, guys. I will go ahead and review them and I'll get back to you with any notes on the.
Okay, so we got the lunch.
Yes, you're off. You're ready to go.
Thank you.
Okay.
You're welcome. I'll talk to y'all later.
Bye, thank you.
Welcome. Bye.
Onion? No, it's not onion. I'm on SPX. Fourteen. Please. Job number. And so weird. Type 7 should have it. What? Why isn't there anything? No. Cancel. Mm. But why don't I have account number? Scared right now. Description. Color. Wait. Reorder. Product ID code. Could that be it? Description. 706 Search. Nothing there.